As I do uh, the next several videos, I feel that I'm going to be in my feelings. I just am. First of all, let me say hello and thank you for stopping by on my channel today. At whatever point in time you watch this video, be you a new viewer, subscriber, or potential subscriber, or one of my regular subscribers, welcome again. This video is about kidney health. Now, for those of you that may not know, I know you have kidneys. Many of us don't know where the kidneys are located in the body and their actual function in the body. I'm not going to go to a book on you. I'm not going to go through a long, drawn out dissertation. Let's just say this basically. The kidneys are the body's filter. All of the fluids that you drink have to pass through your kidneys. Your kidneys are responsible for the dissemination of various minerals in the body and the excretion or elimination of excess minerals and even toxins in the body. They get rid of the poison that comes through your blood and through the fluid in your body and is sent out by way of urination. Now, what causes kidneys to malfunction? What causes them to not function up to par or up to their optimal level or near is closely related to our diet. That's really it. It's kind of difficult for me to talk about kidneys and not talk about other body functions as well, but I'm going to try. We don't eat right. We don't drink right in America and even the world. But in America specifically, we are the junk food capital of the world. Now, I set out to do two separate videos, one on kidney health and one on another one about why we are in the condition that we're in America as it relates to the food and so forth. But it seems as though that they're blending. It's just the way it's coming out. But back to the kidneys. If you know someone that's on a transplant list, or who's on dialysis, everyone is different. Everyone is at a different stage in terms of their kidney function or lack of functioning. So, did that person have to be on the transplant list? Or did that individual have to undergo dialysis treatment for the rest of their lives? Or did you? Did you really? Um, Follow me for a moment. Did you not know? I apologize for the pauses. This is a sensitive subject to me because I know people who have kidney issues. I know people intimately that are close to me that are now on dialysis. And this bothers me. And some of the people that are undergoing this dialysis treatment and being placed on a kidney transplant list, it could have been avoided. And the choice was theirs. But they chose to not pull from within, to not have a strong enough will to say, no, I'm going to take charge of my health and I'm going to beat this kidney issue, bring my numbers up to where they should be by modifying my lifestyle, my diet, eating properly, studying my own body. And we make that so difficult when we hear that expression, studying your body. We're thinking, do I have to be a doctor and go to school? No, you don't. There are fundamentals that you should know. There are things that you should automatically know. But you choose to let these things rest in the back of your mind as opposed to adopt this as an ordinary, everyday lifestyle or part of your lives. We don't know what we don't know sometimes. We were not taught as children, the vast majority of us, about our body. No one told us that. They were hitting and missing as we grew up through childhood, elementary school, junior high school, and even college. Unless you studied these things in college in depth, or if you were going to be a doctor, become a doctor, or someone who had to study physiology, anatomy, the human body, neurology, whatever. We didn't go to school for this stuff. We are all in school, and it's called the school of life. If you are living, you should be consciously aware of you. It's not about who's winning the Super Bowl, who's the best contender in any sporting event, what's going on in politics, what's going on in the stock market, what's going on in rap music, who's the hottest beau, who's the diva for the week, what's going on in entertainment in general. Oh, what about finances? What about how to chase the dollar and make more money to better myself? What about keeping up with the Joneses? All of that stuff, all of those things are in last place as it correlates or relates to your health. Your health is first. Your mental health and your physical health, important, on the top of the list. Now, your kidneys filter the things that you put in your mouth, you drink especially. That's why you have kidney disease. That's why you are a candidate for dialysis. That's why you are on dialysis. That's why you are a candidate for a kidney transplant. Answer me this in your mind. How is it that when we were all born, we were in great health coming out of our mother's womb, notwithstanding people who had pre-existing conditions and something, hereditary? I'm talking about the vast majority of humanity. When we come out of our mother's womb, we're healthy. What happened 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years into the game that our health just totally collapses. What happens is us. Do you think you contribute to your health being good or bad? You do. Yes. You happened. You contribute to your good health, and you also contribute to your bad health. It's time to wake up. It's time to face who we are. It's time to look in that mirror, ladies and gentlemen, and even teens. Look in the mirror and point in the mirror at yourself and say, you are responsible for you. I am responsible for me. No one else. So, let's get to the crux of the matter. Reversing kidney disease. As I said earlier, or I alluded to, everyone is different. I'm not your doctor. If you are on dialysis, and if you are on a kidney transplant list, all I can tell you is to study. Become as educated as you possibly can about you, and look at your own particular and or specific situation, because everyone's situation and condition is going to be different from the next. I can't tell you to follow what I'm about to say and have 100% foolproof evidence at the end that you are going to be taken off the donor list, that you're going to be removed from dialysis because your number's going to get better. I can't tell you that about you specifically. This video here is for informational purposes only, entertainment for some, but it's the truth as much as I know. And if you don't believe anything that I'm saying, prove me wrong. Do the research on your own. And if you're not willing to do the research, then you have chosen your own destiny. And most people do that anyway. So now, here we go. The things that are damaging your kidneys that you drink. Sweetened beverages, sugar, will destroy the health of your kidneys. Sugar, processed sugar, white sugar, granulated, high fructose corn syrup, all sugars that are not natural sugars will wreak havoc on your kidneys. Alcohol, I'm sorry, if you don't like this, turn me off. Alcohol, ethanol for some, is terrible for your liver and your kidneys. You get that buzz, that high, that feeling, that social enlightenment, dopamine, whatever you want to call it. Feels good while it's killing you. So alcohol, that's destroying your kidneys. Are you surprised? I mean, it goes through your kidneys. Sugary beverages go through your kidneys. Let's not forget the meat protein, animal protein. That's really, 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 really harsh on your kidneys. By design, we are herbivores. We are herbivores that eat meat. The problem is we eat meat in excess and it overloads your kidneys. What does that overload mean, brother? Teacher's real simple. It puts too much stress on the kidneys to try to process it and get rid of it. Leave it at that. The next and the last culprit that I'm going to mention is this. Outside of processed foods, this one here is the big one. Medications. It's hard to swallow this pill, no pun intended, but medications destroy your kidneys. Medications destroy your health, period. Synthetic means not natural. Anything that you're taking that's synthetic is killing your kidneys. It's going to vary from person to person how fast your kidneys start to go down. So, if you're taking aspirin, ibuprofen, acetaminophen, various other types of painkillers, and other types of pharmaceutical drugs, and even drugs that can be found on the street, crack, cocaine, methamphetamines, heroin, all of these things come through your kidneys, ladies and gentlemen. And let's tack on this one. Tobacco, smoking cigarettes. Okay, these things are carcinogenic. They destroy your kidneys. I know you know the answer is obvious to how to relieve your kidneys, to how to, as much as possible, repair your kidneys. If you're not on the donor list, and if you're not on dialysis already especially, stop doing these things. Stop doing it. Stop drinking alcohol. Oh, that's going to hurt you, isn't it? Stop smoking cigarettes. That's going to hurt you too, right? Stop taking these over-the-counter drugs and these pharmaceutical drugs. That's going to kill you too, right? Or is the drug going to kill you? It's a matter of what happens first, right? I'm not discouraging you from taking any medication that your doctor has prescribed for you. I'm not telling you not to do that if it's keeping you alive. Understand that. And that's in this video. If it's keeping you alive, I'm not trying to tell you to stop doing it. But what I am encouraging you to do, I am admonishing you to study your body. Whatever the condition is that you have, study it and know it. It is only through studying this thing that was given to us for one time, for one lifetime, are you going to find deliverance and true freedom from poor, declining health in the way of diseases, cancer, debilitating conditions, and so forth. Note what I said earlier about coming into the world as a healthy child, a baby, and 40, 50 years down the road, you're broken down. Doesn't mean that you won't break an arm or a leg, or you won't have knee issues and back issues as you age. It doesn't mean that, or that situations don't occur in life. But the things that you cause, you can also mitigate. You can also relieve yourself from those things greatly, because the vast majority of the issues that you're faced with are caused by us, and they can be fixed by us. Just a matter of if you really are willing to do it, if you really care about it. So, I mentioned to you the things that are destroying your kidneys. And if you haven't already picked up on it, the way to reverse those things. If you're not too far gone, stop doing it. Say it again. Stop drinking alcohol. Stop eating processed foods. Stop the artificial sugar consumption. Stop the medications. And anything that is not real that you're putting in your body, stop putting it in your body. Oh, you're going to have to put on your big boy pants and your big girl panties for this one, if you really want to see meaningful change. It's not going to happen on its own. It takes you to save you. It takes us to save us. No one else. No long arm from heaven coming down here saving us. There's something required of all of us, and it's called accountability and responsibility for self. Now, I could talk about this as it relates to any other subject, but I'm talking about your diet and your health right now. As I said before, I know people who are on dialysis and on the donor list for kidney. They didn't have to be. And some of them were talked to by me. And I told them these same things that I'm expressing to you right now. But guess what? They weren't strong enough. And then they complain when they have to go every other day to dialysis. Oh, they stuck me wrong. I had a hematoma in my arm. Or the port has clogged up. Something's gone wrong today. I fainted, or I felt faint. I was bleeding real bad because they stuck me wrong. Something related to dialysis. Why did you even have to do that in the first place? You chose to not take care of your health, and that's the result. I have my problems. I have my issues. But I'm not talking about me right now. I'm talking about us. Kidneys, what should you do? You should start eating whole foods, organically grown fruits and vegetables, more vegetables than anything, and drinking plenty of fresh water. Staying away from sugary beverages, alcohol, cigarette smoking, pharmaceutical and over-the-counter drugs, processed foods. Get it out of your life and exercise. Incorporate that in your daily activities. Exercise and feel good about it. Organically grown fruits and vegetables. Plenty of water. If you drink anything, drink natural, fresh fruit juice. And don't overdo that. Drink beverages that are not overly sweetened or have additional sugar added to them if they are fruit in nature. Drink coffee without all of the extra stuff in it that's processed, the artificial creamers, the dairy products, and definitely not sugar and all of the hazelnuts and the French vanilla and all of the other flavors that they have. Stop drinking that stuff. There are other natural versions. Okay? And I'm going to say this again. No alcohol. Period. Now, I'm not God's gift to the world, but I'm definitely a blessing to many. I know this. Been told this too many times throughout my life. It's not bragging. It's just telling the truth. I apologize for what is seemingly a few breaks in this video. I had several customers walk in while I was doing this here at work, but I don't apologize because you needed to hear this. You need to hear the truth, especially when the truth is going to liberate you and make your life more whole. That's just it. So, just remember, this is not the last of me talking to you like this. Everything that I say to you out of love. Whoever you are watching me, whether you are my current subscribers or just someone passing by, it doesn't matter. Say it to you out of love. because I care about humanity. That's really it. I apologize again for some of the breaks in the video, but it's okay. It was necessary to get this done. Take care of your health. Remember that the things that we experience in terms of bad health, we cause them, the vast majority of it. So stop pointing the finger at other people, saying that it's the grocery store's uh, responsibility for your health. Stop saying that it's the doctor's responsibility for your health, bad health that is. Stop saying that it's the Food and Drug Administration's fault that you're in bad health. A lot of these places are the culprits, and they have participated in the degradation of our health, if you will. But guess what? Whatever stopped you from opening a book and studying your own body? Whatever stopped you from watching videos and going to seminars and studying your body? Nothing's ever stopped you but you. So stop blaming everybody else, because these people are responsible to a great degree. But guess what? You've turned your life basically over to them to exploit you in various ways. Don't hate the messenger, okay? Just study the world that you live in. This is Brother Teacher. I enjoyed this space with you. I'll see you in the next video. And don't forget, they're probably more than likely going to be like this. Straight to the point. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know if you're experiencing kidney problems. If you're on dialysis, or if you're on the donor list. Let me know if you need some help in terms of how to detox your kidneys and your body in general, which I've done videos in time past on this very thing. So just study. That's all I can say. Just simply study. And don't just study to be book smart. Apply these things in your life. If your urine when you go to the bathroom is bloody, something's wrong. If your urine when you go to the bathroom has a very foul odor, if it's orange, if it's dark brown, if it's cloudy, something's wrong. And most of the time, it's you treating your body in a way in which your body is not supposed to be treated, by putting the things in your body that should not be there in the first place, and putting too much of those things in your body, compiling the problem even more. So long.